welcome to Design. My name is Maria and today we're going to take a look at some of the bag trends for spring summer 2022. Just so you guys know, this video is being sponsored by Subsna, but we'll talk about them just a little bit later in this video. So bags, why do we even talk about them? Since women's clothing typically don't have pockets, and the next best thing to pockets are bags. So if you like to carry anything around with you, then you probably are a fan of a bag. So I have compiled a bunch of different runway shows together and what they had for bags. So usually each house has kind of their own classical bag, like the Chanel bag or a Birkin for Hermes, but we are taking a look at kind of a more of a general idea where we're going. Some of these are repeating from the previous seasons. By the way, if you're wondering about more trends, like maybe shoe trends, clothing trends, color trends, I have a bunch of those videos already ready for you guys, and if you haven't watched those, I encourage you to do so. They are listed down below, and they're also going to be a playlist at the end. So yeah, without any further ado, let's talk about the bags that we've seen on the runways. Along with everything else, there's lots of sparkle on the runways, whether it's kind of a metallicanized, probably that's not a word, but that's all right, or it is like actual rhinestones, or it's Swarovski crystals. We have so much of that sparkle on the bag. Personally, I would go for more like a metallized version rather than the rhinestones. I feel like rhinestones make it less classy and it has tendency to go out of style, but nevertheless, if you're a fan of a statement bag, then this is one of the ways that you can create some statement. We see this in so many different runways. We have lots of metallized versions in Fendi, and we have a lot of crystallized in Versace, and so on. The next one is more of a practical one. We're talking about the shopper bag, or we have a few of them. Some more like slouchy and folded in half. Others are more structured, like we see in Balenciaga and Versace and Fendi Versace collaboration. We also see Balenciaga bring more like an actual shopping cart inspired tote. Oh, that's an interesting take. We also see some, I'm calling these like lunch bags. So they look as if that's like a paper lunch bag, you know, format, and then you kind of roll up the top to close it off. It's an interesting one. We also see more of the larger like slouchier bags from Isabel Marant, like more of a sporty kind of like a overnight bag, and Miu Miu also had some of those too. All right, let's move on to the chains. So chains, bulky chains, they're going strong. We see some even bags in Balmain that are almost like chains but made out of like leather, or some that interpret chain in its design and not only the handle of it is a chain. We also see these in so many different shows, but mostly the chain is like a usable handle of some sort or a strap. We also see this in Versace having the detail of the bag having some chains. We have chains in different colors and they're quite thick and masculine. Actually, I used to have a bag that had a very heavy chain, so probably the strap weighed as much as the bag itself, so it was like really heavy altogether, and I considered it my self-defense bag just because the chain was so heavy. I could like swing it at someone who was attacking me and it would actually leave a mark. So if you're thinking about, oh, I don't know about this bag, it's a little too heavy with a chain, think of it in a positive way. I don't know how self-defense is a positive way, but there's more ways to use it, you know, like this Chanel bag, that probably chain is heavy compared to that little tiny thing. Silvertar Ferragamo has kind of beaded chains, or maybe it's a rope chain, I'm not quite sure. We have really cool ones from Givenchy, Valentino not far behind, and Stella McCartney also having some details on the bags. Anyways, so we have color pop. So for anybody who loves that statement piece of a bag or just have a fun color pop in their outfits, this is, yes, so many designers decided to have very colorful statement bags. I've heard that this is actually kind of a marketing twist, that they're trying to create less and less classical bags just so there's going to be more like shopping to do. So I'm like, oh, that's an interesting point, because all of these colors, they tend to go out of style very fast and tend to be like a fab instead of a trend, long-lasting trend. I guess if you just love these statement bags, then go ahead. But if you're only doing it to be trendy at the moment, then maybe consider going into a softer color route. But anyways, here we are, so many different bags. Moschino, all of their bags were super duper colorful. Rock had really interesting pops of color. We have a beige outfit with bright gloves in the same color as the bag, or a monochromatic kind of an outfit. We also see some bright bags in Valentino shows, also having them as being pop of color or maybe a contrasting color to the outfit. Givenchy had some very bright colors as well with the patterns too. All right, let's go into that popular bag from the previous season, and it's the Hobo style bag, or kind of like a circular one. So the edges of the bag kind of tend to point up towards the strap. We see these all over the place. So this was the to-go bag, like the new bag that came out. Well, I don't want to say new, it came back. So I remember this was the Y2K moment. I know, you guys, I was incorrectly saying like 2YK, but I don't know, I was just like concentrated on number 2 all the time. I know it's year 2000, so Y2K moments. And I don't know, I was never into this kind of a bag. The fact that they're back, I did buy one bag just so I have it. But yeah, I don't know, it's not my favorite shape. Balmain has these bags that were kind of in their previous season of the kind of neck pillow ones. We also see this in Regina Pio. We also see this in Salvatore Ferragamo, and so many more different shows. All right, okay, it is time for our sponsor to be revealed. Well, I already said it was Sapsana, but anyways, Sapsana jewelry. Yes, so before I was buying like a lot but cheap jewelry, and now I'm at the stage where I know my style. I would like to have something not break like the first time I wear it, or like get all mushy and weird on me, like with the color going off. So I am moving on to actual silvers and golds, and what I am wearing today is a nice silver set from Sapsana. Sapsana is kind of this platform for many designers that are from Russia originally, so you will have like Russian labels on when you get them, and I just love their design. So they have so many different designs for whatever your style. If you're more classical style when it comes to jewelry, or maybe you're more modern. And I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly what their website is all about. So I'll show you guys. My favorite section is the trend section. Here we are. We have very nice, clean, modern designs. I just am in love with all of them, especially if they're like having chains involved. I'm just like here for it. As I got the set, I tend to never touch my cheap jewelry, just because like, look at these awesome designs. There's something very unique about them in comparison to what stores have, at least where I live. I just love them so much. And they're not the generic Instagram, I'm sorry for saying it, poop. Love this so much. And they come in a very cute packaging. At least I've only gotten pieces from Wine Designer. It just happened. Like, I like their style. I like how it's like clean and modern. If I'm more and their packaging is very nice and cute. So if you're thinking to buy this as a present, this will be perfect packaging. And yeah, I love it. If you're interested to buy some quality jewelry, then I encourage you to check out their link down below, and there you'll also find a discount code for you guys to use on your purchase. Thank you very much for Sapsana for sponsoring this video. All right, okay, let's get back to the bags. Accordion bag. If you want to seem a little bit more classy, this is more of a bag that is classical, so it wouldn't go out of style, especially if you would choose like more like colors, earthy colors, or maybe something black or toned down. We see this in all over the place. These are very, very comfortable bags because they have different compartments, so it is nice for organization. Yeah, I just love these bags. They seem to be very comfortable to use in a daily life. They don't make your outfits messy. They actually uplift your outfits, and we see them in different sizes. This very reminds me of the Birkin bag, tiny cocktail bags. And yeah, so let's move on to something completely different. And it's like crochet, maybe it's macrame, like kind of those bags that are reminding us of fishermen's nets. Maybe some of them having fringe on it. Maybe it's more of like a woven thing, but like almost knotty, like a knot, not like naughty, you know. So we have a few of these shows that are fully invested into this. We also see a lot of crochet knitted items, like in Acne Studios, so many bags with like crocheted flowers on them, and crochet seems to be one of the trends for the season, so it's not a surprise that it evolves into a bag as well. So once again, more of this fisherman, more of a basket kind of a situation. We see Anna Sui also having those crochet little baggies for their phones. All right, so we also see beaded bags. We've seen this be quite dramatic a few years back, but Chanel actually released a few of those beaded bags. We also seen this bag in Stella McCartney in a few different colors. But yeah, bucket bags. We see these from like quite a lot of seasons now, and I'm quite a fan of those bucket bags, especially if they close. If they have either the pull strings that make all of your private items private, or maybe they could have like a little insert that closes it off. If the bucket is like completely open, it can be a little bit dangerous and people may be able to steal things from you. So if it doesn't, maybe consider putting like in a scarf of some sort and just kind of tie it up. Make an insert of your own. But we have them in so many different colors. We have like more of a neutrals, like in Michael Kors and Alexander McQueen, and we have some more colorful ones like in Versace. So anyways, let's move on to something else entirely, and that's a basket bag. That's not different entirely at all. So we have that kind of a woven thing going on. Very, very cool. I love it. It's such a summer piece that it is classic, like a woven kind of a basket bag. And Versace had kind of some summery scarves added to them. This is a way to tie it into the current color scheme. If you're enjoying this content so far and you would like to help me out and support my channel, you can simply do it by clicking the like button, maybe leaving a nice comment down below. And if you're not already subscribed, then do so. 90% of you aren't. Yes, I'm talking to you. So here we go. Fringe. We see quite a lot of fringe on the bags, and this is not new at all. Just consider having fringe not touch the floor when you have it in your hand extended. You know, just a little hint not to get your bags dirty while you're walking. It is a cool effect, but like, come on, we don't need another sweeper on there. We already have bell-bottom jeans and wide leg pants, although I love them a lot. Anyways, so we also have more of a textured bags, like a Muff bag. We see these in Fendi. We also see this in Blue Marine, almost like carrying like a teddy bear of some sort, deformed teddy bear under your arm. I was actually faced with a dilemma to buy a bag like this or not. I was actually standing in H&M a few days ago, maybe it was yesterday, and I was looking at the plush bag with a golden chain, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yes, I need to get it. I need to get it. And then I caught myself in the mirror like, oh yes, it looks good. And then it's like, is this a fab or is this a trend? And then I started imagining what's gonna happen to this white fuzzy bag that's just, it's probably gonna get so dirty, and it's probably gonna get these really nasty little things. I was like, not today. Anyways, let's move on to a different one. And we have Kiss Lock handbags. So it's like kind of a metal bracket that opens up like a kind of an old coin purse. So Fendi, of course, has their newish bag of that in the shape of an F, and we see quite a lot of different other brands using this bag, like Dolce & Gabbana and Balenciaga. I feel like it's a better alternative, at least for me, to the pierogi bag. It's a little more structured, and yeah, I just don't like that dumpling thing. It's like, yeah, you're not edible. So next one is the saddle bag. Okay, so saddle bags, Stella McCartney. It's kind of like where the bag is a little bit oval on the bottom. Of course, Dior had them, but not their classical saddle bag. We have a bunch of them in Lanvin in different colors. We also see these in Acne Studios, kind of having a half moon version, and Balenciaga keeping that inspiration from the Gucci collaboration. I'm guessing it is very Gucci. Like, come on, that is very Gucci. Anyways, and also having that bag shape in Loewe. Regina Pio almost having like the pierogi bag, but in that style of the Hobo bag. Gucci having a bunch of those. Yeah, I'm like, is it a Hobo or is it a writer? So yeah, I'm a little bit confused. All right, so the next trend, we're talking about some smaller bags. So I know Fendi is walking by with that huge one, but I'm talking about the one on the wrist. So it's a little kind of an attachment to your hand. So Alexander McQueen had those chains kind of holding it in place with the rings. And actually, you guys, a little note. If you're traveling by air and your bag has those like rings with the knuckles, that bag will be confiscated. I have a friend who works at the security in airport. So she said that even if it's on the bag, it is considered a weapon because it is, you know, you can hit with it. So those bags are confiscated. So if you want to bring it in with you, it better be in your checked in luggage. Or if you only have a carry-on, then don't get it, don't take it at all. Anyways, okay, so moving on. So we also have kind of those an interesting wing from Zimmerman. We have kind of a wrist bag thing from Loewe. It's a very interesting thing. I wonder how it works. We also have kind of those little straps for your arm in Chloe. And here are some kind of smaller bags for you for little parties. Saint Laurent having kind of very flat one. Yeah, just a few clutches here, nothing crazy. So we've seen a few of the heart bags. Is this COVID related? I don't know, maybe. We have a bunch from Moschino in different colors. Basically, almost all of them were from Moschino and having like an interesting shape. And then we also had a bag from Chanel and a bag from Lanvin. Okay, dokie. So here we go. This is the end, you guys. I'm very upset not to be able to see any of the belt bags because I got used to them so much because like I can just put it on and forget that I have a bag. If you haven't noticed how much I like to move my arms when I talk, it is very helpful. So the fact that there weren't on the runways made me a little bit sad, but it's okay. I'll still use mine just because they're so comfortable and they fit my aesthetic. So I don't care. Let me know down in the comments below which bag is your bag. Like for me, it's the belt bag. Let me know what is your favorite, which one you just can't live without. Are you here for those fuzzy bags, or do you think that they will be out of style next season? Once again, thank you very much to our sponsor. The link is going to be right in the description box below. I thank you very much for watching this video to the end. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, stay classy. Bye.